Mike Gallagher.
Text message on the MyPillow text line from North Carolina. Mike, I've listened to you for a long time, and I love you. I've listened to Alex Jones and InfoWars for about a decade. I'll tell you this. Whatever Alex Jones says, you might want to highly consider it true. Alex Jones was right is a meme for a reason. Also, a text from New Jersey. The Daily Mail is covering the murder of the InfoWars reporter quite extensively, so you might want to check out dailymail.com. Can you help me understand, explain the hatred that we're seeing in America for Elon Musk? Wasn't all that long ago that leftists were riding around in Teslas celebrating this brilliant guy. You think Elon Musk stopped being brilliant because he joined the Trump administration? What can you explain this to me? Maybe the best explanation came from Josh Hawley. Josh Hawley was on Fox News Channel last night and said something that, for me, sums it up in a big way.
How seriously is Washington taking these, looks like, domestic terror attacks against Tesla?
Well, it ought to be serious, particularly if you follow the money, as you were just pointing out, Jesse. I mean, really, it's time to blow the lid off the dark money operation of the left. They've been doing this for years. They've been funding all kinds, whether we're talking about terrorism on campuses, the pro-Hamas terrorists, whether we're talking about these attacks on Tesla, whether we're talking about what's happened at people's homes, the justices' homes of the Supreme Court, for instance. All of that is AstroTurf left-funded garbage. We ought to find out where all of it is coming from. But, Jesse, I'll also just say this. The left have really gotten to be a bunch of weirdos. I mean, just a year ago, they were all driving EVs and touting their moral virtue for doing so. And now they're burning down the dealerships, disrupting the State of the Union. These people are weird, and that's why the American people will not give them power.
You know, remember when the Democrats thought it was going to be effective to call Republicans weird? Is there anything stranger than watching them turn from loving Elon and electric vehicles and space and SpaceX and, you know, social media platform? And because Elon Musk is dedicated to turning the country around and eliminating wasteful spending because of Doge, now he's become their boogeyman. And as Josh Hawley said, these are not organic protests. These are not authentic protests. These are people being paid. It's clear. It's been documented. Nobody's just spontaneously saying, I hate Elon and I'm going to go out and protest Elon Musk. I think I'll get the ball rolling. I want to open it up to you. I want you to tell me about, and Jesse Waters is right, this is domestic terrorism. If you're attacking a car dealership or blowing up a Tesla vehicle, you're engaged in acts of domestic terrorism. Your politics, your ideology is causing you to commit acts of domestic terrorism. That's what this is all about. And so I think it's very easy to know why the left is turned on Elon Musk. Because he's playing for the wrong team. He's not one of them. They don't think, they see him as abandoning progressivism. And that's why they're now trying to ruin his business, his companies, and inevitably him. I hope this guy has a lot of protection because Josh Hawley is right. There's a lot of dangerous, weird, violent people on the left today. And look, they have to be arrested one by one. We got to lock them up. We got to lock them up. Clearly, you got to arrest them and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. Call or text. One number does it all for you. We'll start up in Anchorage, Alaska, where Tom is standing by. Hey, Tom, welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, the left will do anything they can, including violence. They're like Hitler's brown shirts. They will do anything. I just saw a flyer on a posting in a coffee shop in Anchorage advertising a protest, or excuse me, a veterans march this Friday at Senator Sullivan's office.
Wow.
Where they're going to be protesting all the cuts at the VA, and they're protesting the destruction or the closing down of the VA crisis line, the national crisis line, by the Doge people.
Right.
But it's not true. I just called the national crisis line today and asked them, are you guys closing? Are you out of business?
And they denied it?
Said, heck no.
Yeah.
We're open 24/7 for the veterans.
Well, that's just it. They're willing to lie through their teeth, and they're capable, fully capable of lying their butts off to try to smear and to attack and disparage. Look, Van Jones put it best, and I respect Van Jones's willingness to call it like it is. You know, Scott Jennings is the resident conservative there over on CNN. Van Jones is a proud Democrat and a progressive, but check out what he said about the state of today's Democrat Party.
We're screwed. I mean, we don't know. No, Democrats don't know what to do. This is a nightmare. You know, somebody like Donald Trump, we thought we'd at least have, you know, Hakeem Jeffries in the speaker's chair to hold him back if we didn't have Kamala in there to do the right thing. Listen, the Democratic Party is going through a massive set of internal crises. You have a party that got trapped two ways. One, defending a broken status quo that nobody likes because they thought that Donald Trump was going to make it worse. But when you're defending the status quo, you're going to lose. And then offending most people in the country, calling everybody sexist and racist and transphobic and every other name, and then saying, please follow us. That's not a good strategy, folks. Defending a broken status quo and offending most of the country turns out is not as popular as my party thought it was going to be.
Big respect to that guy. Let's see if you agree. Join us, 800-655-MIKE.
Mike Gallagher.
It's interesting that everybody's sort of struggling with why the left is coming unhinged and directing all their rage and anger at Tesla and X and Elon Musk. Laura Trump summed it up pretty perfectly last night on Fox News Channel.
It used to be that there was a bipartisan goal of rooting out fraud, waste, and abuse, that everybody could agree on that until, of course, the person who was actually rooting out the fraud, waste, and abuse was Donald Trump, and alongside of him, Elon Musk. And now if you notice, they're employing the exact same, attack him and take him down at all costs and any cost tactics that they used against Donald Trump. They're attacking his character. They've called him a Nazi. They're going after his businesses. They're vandalizing property. They're doing any and everything they can to this man. And it's really horrific to see, because what is Elon getting for all of this? Much like Donald Trump, he didn't need this job, Sean. He's not taking a salary. It's actually laughable every time you hear these people on the left say Elon's enriching himself and his friends. You just talked about it. This guy is losing money because of what he's doing, but he understands the importance of this moment. We cannot continue in perpetuity spending the way we are. We cannot survive as a country. So people ought to be kissing the feet of Elon Musk and Donald Trump for being the two people to actually do this. But these folks on the left are going to continue down this path. And you know what? They're going to continue to lose the support of the American people. They ought to be ashamed of themselves, but I know not a single one of them is.
She's so right. This is one of those days where I'd love to talk to a progressive. And you explain to me why you're against cutting government waste, why you're against the government saving you money. This doesn't just benefit Republicans. I know the talking point from Bernie Sanders is that it's only for billionaires. This isn't for billionaires. It's for all of us. How in the world are people opposed? Oh, it's because it's Donald Trump. He's the wrong warrior. He's the wrong guy to do the job. And he's got Elon Musk, and now he's the other boogeyman. Honestly, I'm going to make that exercise. I'm going to put a progressive on this show, and you explain to me why you hate Elon Musk. Explain it. You don't like he's from South Africa? You don't like the fact that he builds electric cars? Your government, your administration, the Biden administration, was jamming electric cars down all of our throats. Tesla's the biggest and best electric car company in the world. Now you're against that? Why? Why is that? Oh, because he's with Trump. That's all it is. It's just tribalism. And follow the bouncing ball, no matter who it is. If they're standing up, all they're doing is being in their tribe. And that's a shame.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.